What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. So today, as you can see, we got a very dramatic, winged out, cut crease eye and a bright, bold, in-your-face lip, because today we're going to be playing with something very exciting, very fun, and I'm just so obsessed with this collection so far. And that is the brand new, amazing, bright, in-your-face collection from Jeffree Cosmetics. That is the Jawbreaker collection. So now, of course, we have all 6 liquid lipsticks from this collection. I did not pick up the lip ammunitions, only the liquid lipsticks. Then, of course, we have the Jawbreaker Big Cojones palette. This is the big, massive Mama palette, which is, of course, 24 bright in-your-face shades that I used today for this amazing eye look. Of course, we also have the Mini Breaker eyeshadow palette, which is going to be the more of the, you know, travel-friendly 9-pan palette. We also have the Brain Freeze Skin Frost highlighter palette right here, which is the shade right here that I used today, which is called Gold Breaker. We also have the Velour Lip Scrub in Lemon Sucker, which I'm just going to say smells amazing. I guarantee you it tastes just as good. And last but not least, we also have the Diamond Wet Supreme Frost highlighter, which, by the way, it looks gorgeous. So, of course, I'm not going to be doing just one look today. Nope, I'm doing 3 separate looks, doing as much as I can with this big collection. Of course, I'm going to be doing 2 looks with the massive Jawbreaker palette and 1 look with the Mini Breaker as well. So, of course, you want to see how I got this really fun in-your-face look, as well as my other looks and what the real tea is on the products, but I think of them and all that fun jazz and how they applied and worked, then keep on watching. Okay, so before we get started with this eyeshadow look, of course, it's time to prime. I'm using the Anastasia eyeshadow primer base. This is like my new favorite eyeshadow base for any type of bold looks, normal looks, everything, because it really adds so much more pigmentation to these looks. Now it is time, of course, to go with some eyeshadow for this fun look. I'm so excited about playing with this eyeshadow palette today because I have been seeing different looks with it. I've been seeing swatches, I've seen everything, and I've been waiting and dying for this to finally be in my hands, and that is the new Jeffree Cosmetics Jawbreaker eyeshadow and pigment palette. So as you can see, of course, it's going to be a really fun like Jawbreaker on the outside. See Jawbreaker across. Open this up and you get 24 bright and beautiful, bold rainbow color shadows inside of here. And honestly, it is absolutely stunning. It's huge, it's beautiful, it's his largest palette he's ever had. This one retails for $58, I believe. I'm going to try to attempt to do something different with my eyes today, a different eye shape, if you will, and what have you, and just try something new. So to get started with that, I'm actually going to go in with the shade Cute right here, which is like a nice minty blue teal kind of color. I'm going to take it on a Morphe M513 brush and just blend this to filth inside the crease area. I really want to get this shape really correct with like the angle of my eyes. Now I do have hooded eyes, which of course makes it really impossible to get a perfect cat eye angle for my eyes at least. I can do it on other people, just not on myself. So I'm going to take a little bit of the e.l.f. like makeup tape that they have and just kind of put this right here. That will help me kind of guide a little bit more. So now, of course, this is like a really nice like cheat hack kind of thing that you can definitely do to get that nice fun angle, and that's pretty much what I'm doing today because I don't have time or patience to try to do it and clean it up myself because I know that will take me hours because my eye shape is just so horrendous. So now let's give it a go. Now I'm going to go back in with the shade Cute on the same Morphe M513 brush and just going to pat it inward towards like the nice angle of the shadow. While we have this tape still going strong, it's time to go in with the next shade. I'm going to go in with the shade Soaked, which of course is like this bright in-your-face neon blue. I'm going to take it on a Morphe M434 brush and kind of just pack it into the crease and blend it inward with the shade Cute, just to kind of get that nice like blue with the tealish mint ombre effect. I'm going to go in with one more shade before we go in with a crazy, fun, intense eye. So I'm going to go in with the shade Delicious, which is like, of course, like the darker, like navier shade. And I'm just going to pack this on with the same Morphe M434 brush. And I'm just going to kind of put it at the same angle on the outer corner, of course, to make this look very smoky and dramatic and fun. Now I decided to cut my crease off camera. I used the Makeup Revolution cut crease canvas because I feel like it's just a little thinner, and just as much pigment as the Anastasia eye primer. The eye primer is just really good for that base. This one's just good for the cut creases. So it is time to go in with a really beautiful, bright in-your-face shadow, and that is going to be the shade Lemon Drop, which of course is like a nice, bright, yellowy, gold metallic shade. I'm actually going to take it on a wet brush. I'm going to take it on a Real Techniques shading brush, and just use this to pack it onto the lid, and of course get that nice, fun definition from these blue shades. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the shade Delicious again. I'm actually going to take it on a Morphe M515 brush and just kind of get this crease defined and smoky as well. Got both sides pretty much done. Of course, I'm going to clean up some lines and everything like that a little bit later, but it is time to throw off these stickers. So of course, I'm going to apply a little bit more of some eyeshadow primer. Of course, before the shadow dries, I'm going to go back in with the shade Soaked, which of course is like a nice blue shade. I'm going to mix it in with a little bit of the shade Cute first before going in with anything else. I'm going to take it on a BH Cosmetics number 10 brush from this like set that I got, but it's angled. Now of course it is time to go in with the shade Soaked again, same brush, and of course I'm just going to pack it over top of the shade Cute to make everything seamless and look really blended to filth, because this is going to be a very smoky and very intense eye look. With that same angled brush, I'm going to go in with the shade Delicious again. This one's of course that deep navy blue, so I'm just trying to pack it on, make it look seamless with the rest of this eye look, because this color definitely has a lot of some kickback. Now of course it is time to go in with this side. I'm going to do that really quick off camera before we finish off this eye look. Now as you can see, we're going a little bit crazy. This is looking really good so far, because of course I'm going to be doing some excessive photos with this because I'm just obsessed with how this eye shape is coming out. It's definitely very different for me, obviously, but I'm enjoying it. So now quickly on a wet brush, I'm going to go in with the actual shade Jawbreaker, which is like a nice like golden white metallic-y kind of shade, of course good for highlighting. I'm going to take it on a Morphe M213 brush and just kind of put it under the brow bone. It's time for some inner corner fun, but we're not going to go in with the same shade. We're going to go in with the shade Cotton Candy right below it, which of course is that bright, hot, bubblegum, bright pink metallic shade. I'm going to take it on a wet Morphe M213 brush, of course, and we're going to pack this in the inner corner. Now I'm just going to throw a touch of the shade Jawbreaker on top, just to kind of give some like brightness again to it. So now that the eyes are pretty much done, it is time to throw on some mascara, some lashes, some brows, and the rest of this face, because this time I did not put on any base yet. I'm going to put on the rest of this face, and I'll be right back to finish off the cheeks, the highlight, and the lip with you guys. Okay, so now the lashes are on, and this whole entire eye look is complete, and so are the brows. Go in with the MAC Melba blush for my little blush action here, because of course we're about to go in, diving into the bronzer, and of course you can never forget a nice intense glow. Now for bronzer, I'm going to use the Morphe Glamour Bronze bronzer in the shade Icon, which just returned back in stock, I believe. I'm hoping they make this permanent, because this shit is like one of the best bronzers I've used in a while, and of course it has a nice giant pan as well, which I really absolutely love. But now I'm just going to try to chisel out these cheek bones. So now it is time to go in with the Jeffree Star Skin Frost Pro Palette in Brain Freeze. Now the outside packaging definitely looks like an icy, I'm not going to lie. You open it up and you're going to have 6 beautiful, bright, metallic highlighters in here. Can't decide if I want to do Cold Shoulder or Gold Breaker. I think I'm going to do Gold Breaker because I think it would be really, really fun. That's going to be like the more metallic-y shade in the middle. So now let's just try this on. Well, hello there. Dang. That looks absolutely stunning. Now, of course, it is time for some lips. I, of course, have all of the shades in front of me. So we have Yes Ma'am, No Offense, Fully Nude, Bronze Blood, Purple Urkel, and Strawberry Crush right here. And out of all of the colors that I see right in front of me, I'm kind of gravitating towards like these 3 for this look. Like I really want to go in with this one. I think I want to do something really fun because of course my eyes are so bold. I might as well do a bold like lip look. So I was thinking about just going in with this one first. This is of course the shade No Offense. I'm just going to pop this bad bitch on, and of course, you know, probably overdraw a little bit, you never know. And of course I just apply it and see how it applies. Here we go, you guys. This is the first look doing this fun Jawbreaker summer collection from Jeffree Star Cosmetics, and I'm really obsessed with how my eyes came out because of course it's something very different that I'm not used to doing. Of course the second look will be a very fun bright pop of color eye with an eye shape that I'm used to doing often. So now that we're done doing this really dramatic, smoky, really fun cut crease cat eye, I'm now going to dive into look number 2 using the Jawbreaker Summer Collection. Okay guys, so my eyeshadow base is on. It's time to go in with look number 2 for the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker Mega Giant Amazing Palette. So now, of course, we already saw my excessive eye look that I did just a little while ago. I'm now going to do something a little bit more up my alley, but still rainbow, still fire, and still fun. So of course, to get started with this eye look, I think I want to go in with the shade Suck right here, which of course like a nice like bright orangey shade. I'm going to take it on a Morphe Jeffree Star JS5 brush, and I'm just going to blend it into the crease to filth and make sure I get some nice crease action started. Okay, so now that we got done with Suck, we're going to go in with the shade Fuck right here, which of course is like a bright, hot, corally shade. I'm guessing this is going to be a pigment. I'm going to take it on a Morphe M514 brush, and of course just kind of blend out the crease and out the color, and of course make everything look cute and seamless. So now for even more crease action, I'm going to go in with the shade Licorice, almost like a cherryish red color. I'm going to take it on the same Morphe Jeffree Star JS5 brush, and of course going to blend it into my crease below the shade Suck, and of course get some definition. So now we are not done with these eyes yet, but of course I am going to be cutting my crease today as well. But before we go in, I'm going to go in with the shade Raspberry right here, which is of course like a raspberry red kind of color. I'm going to take it on a Morphe JS6 brush, and I'm just going to pack it on the outer corner and pack it inward, mixing it with Licorice and Suck. Okay, so now I cut my crease off camera using the Mega Revolution and cut crease canvas like always. So now on a wet brush, I'm going to go in with the shade Orange Juice right here, which is like a nice bright metallic orange shade. I'm just going to take it on a BH Cosmetics Rose Quartz brush. This is one of my favorite brushes right now. And this one I'm just going to pack it onto the lid and make it look really seamless with this cut crease action. Before it dries, I'm going to go back in with the shade Raspberry with the same JS6 brush, and of course I'm just going to pack it on the outer corner and make it blend nicely in with Orange Juice. Now really quick before I move on to the next eye, I'm going to go in with something a little fun that I like to do for my cut creases right now, and that is adding a little pop of a liner color into the crease. And this time I'm not going to do white. I'm actually going to go in with the Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lipstick in the shade Purple Urkel right here, and I'm going to take it on a Morphe M250-1 brush. I'm just going to use this as a liner brush. So now that the eye is done, the liner is on. As you can see, it's not as bright as I thought it was going to be, but it did go on with 2 layers, which is really nice. So of course, I applied as much as I could for this crease. So of course, since my eyes are really hooded, I have to not do like this, I have to go like this, so you can actually see the colors, of course. So now I'm going to go throw on some base, some concealer, some powder, and all that fun jazz, and I will be right back to finish off this eye look with you guys. Okay, so now I'm heavily brightened under my eyes because I use the Beauty Bakery Rice Flour Setting Powder because I really wanted to try it because it is like a nice brightening powder. So of course, why my under eyes are looking a little bit brighter, but of course everything will look seamless in just a second. Let me go in with the lower lash line now, of course. I'm going to go back in with the shades Suck and Raspberry for the under eye. I'm going to take it on a Morphe M506 brush and just blend it down below the lower lash line, of course, to make everything look seamless and fun and nice. But I'm actually going to add a little tiny pop of the shade Gumdrop first to add a little bit of some of that nice definition of some purple colors. Time for some brow bone and inner corner highlighter. I'm going to use the same shade for this one this time. I'm going to go in with the shade Snack right here, which is like a nice like frosty pink champagne metallic shade. I'm going to take it on a Morphe M213 brush, which is my favorite for highlighting for the inner corner and brow bone highlight. So the eyes are pretty much done. I'm going to throw on some mascara and some lashes and some brows, and I'll be right back to finish off this whole entire face with you guys. Okay, so now the lashes are on. I'm using the Lily Lashes in Mykonos as always. They're like my favorite. I'm going to go in with some blush. Of course, we're going to tie this face together. I'm going to go in with the Buxom blush in the shade Mykonos. This one is seriously like one of my favorite like summertime blush colors right now. I don't know what it is about it, but it is so cute. And it definitely ties with this eye perfectly. For bronzer today, I'm going to go in with the Cover FX Monochromatic Bronze Duo in Sunkissed Bronze. I'm taking the matte shade, of course. And we're going to use this to chisel out these cheekbones to make this look very seamless and put together. I really am hoping that you guys are enjoying both or almost all three of these looks that I'm doing with this Jawbreaker collection, because since this collection was so large, I just had to do multiple looks with it. Now I'm going to go in with not the Brain Freeze palette. I'm going to go in with the Supreme Frost highlighter in the shade Diamond Wet. This one is so stunning. I'm going to put it on an A23 brush from Anastasia Beverly Hills and just pack this onto the cheeks and see what's going to happen. Let's get some first impression going here. Oh my god. Okay, this is everything. It is like super intense glitter. It reminds me a lot of the Fenty How Many Carats highlighter, but for some reason this one definitely has a lot more like that wet finish. Like, it really does have a lot more bam in it. So now it is time for the final touch, which of course is going to be the lips. I'm going to go in with the Velour Liquid Lipstick shade in the shade Yes Ma'am. This is going to be like a bright, hot, in your face, like almost purpley pink, I would say. Definitely going to be very neon in color, and I'm really excited. And by the way, I love the packaging on these lipsticks right now. This is the second out of 3 different looks that I'm going to be using for this Jeffree Star Jawbreaker summer collection. So now I will say I am still very obsessed with how this one came out. I'm loving the detailing on the eyes. I'm loving the bright bold lip. I'm loving this glow. Oh my god, I'm loving that so much. So I'm really obsessed with it. And now this is the conclusion of the giant Jawbreaker palette. But now it is time to go in with my third and final look, which is going to be using this beautiful mini breaker palette. Okay, so now my base is on. Yes, I know, shocker, because I wanted to, you know, cut that part out of this video and just go ahead and do the base to get ready for the eye, of course, but we need an eye base first. So I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Eye Primer before going in with this beautiful mini breaker palette. Of course, I'm just going to kind of pack this on with one of my favorite Natasha Denona number 13 brushes. So now that the eye base is completely on, it's time to go in with the mini breaker palette from Jeffree Star Cosmetics, of course. Here it is right here. It is absolutely stunning. It is such a cute little like pinky, purple, warm tone, like orangey, like kind of vibe palette. It's really cute. This is the first mini palette Jeffree Star has ever released. I'm excited because I really want to see some more of them. To get started in the crease, I'm going to actually go in with the shade Foreplay, which is like this nice bright lilac, you know, lavender, but still fiery, intense purpley shade. I'm going to take it on a Morphe M514 brush and just blend it into the crease and make sure everything is looking good, clean, and amazing. Now that that is looking pretty good, I'm of course going to kind of clean up the lines a little bit and just add some more color. So I'm going to go in with the shade Bubblegum, which of course is a really bright, pinky, kind of soft pink shade. I'm going to take it on the same Morphe M514 brush and just blend this out into the crease with the shade Foreplay. The shade Bubblegum and the shade Bite Me are shades that are previously available in, of course, the Jawbreaker palette, but this one kind of just ties really nicely together with it. Of course, it is time to add some more crease to this look, so I'm going to go in with this shade Purple Punch in the middle of this palette, pretty much like the star of this palette because it is in the dead center. I'm going to go in with a Morphe M434 brush and just pack this into the crease on the outer corner, and of course just blending it together with the shades Foreplay and Bubblegum. Now that we got that purple going, I'm going to go in with a little bit of the shade Hot Fudge, which is on the bottom. It's almost like a grayish brown kind of color. I'm going to take it on a Morphe M434 brush and just kind of packing on the outer corners, close to the crease kind of thing. I'm just packing it over top of Purple Punch and just see how this color will look and blend over top of this purple. Okay, so now really quickly I'm going to take more of the Anastasia Eye Primer and just kind of pack this over top of the lid. This is not for a cut crease at all. It's just kind of to add a little bit of a base to kind of give some definition between the purple and the shadow I'm going to be using the lid. So now for the lid, since we're not really doing a cut crease, but I want to do something kind of fun, I'm going to go in with the shade Double Scoop, which of course like this like custardy, mustardy kind of warm brownish kind of shade, but I'm going to take it on a Real Techniques shading brush, the smaller packing brush, and just pack it on to the lid over top of where I put that eye primer. Now that both lids are pretty much done, it's time to go in with the lower lash line, because guess what? I don't have to do my base before coming back. So that's one of the good things as to why I did my base before. So now I'm going to go in with, of course, Foreplay, Purple Punch, and Hot Fudge for the lower lash line, just to tie everything together, and I'm going to use it on a Morphe M149 brush, just to kind of blend out the bottom lower lash line to make it cohesive with the top. Okay, so now it is time for inner corner or brow bone highlight. So There is not really a shade in the Mini Breaker that I can use for that kind of inner corner brow bone excessive highlight. So I'm going to go back in with the big Jawbreaker palette in this shade Snack right here, which of course is that pink champagne kind of color. I'm going to take it on a wet Morphe M213 brush, pack it in the inner corner and the brow bone, of course, to get that bam in your face intense highlight. Really quickly on that same brush, I'm going to go in with the Supreme Frost in Diamond Wet, which by the way, I'm going to say right now, I love it so much that I'm probably going to need to get a backup because it is such an amazing highlighter. Like, I really don't know what else to say about it. It is that great. I mean, get ready for this. Like that. Like, it will make everything glow even freaking harder. So now I'm going to throw on some mascara, some lashes, and some brows since we already have the base on. And I will be right back to finish off this entire face with you guys. Okay, so now the lashes are on, the brows are on. I'm using the Dip Brow Gel from Anastasia Beverly Hills, of course, on the brows. And for mascara, Roller Lash, because that's my favorite. And of course, I'm also wearing the Glam Light Mango Margarita lashes today for this look because I really like these lashes. They're not as thick the base as my Mykonos, but I still like them. They're still wispy and they're still fun. So now for blush, I'm going to go in with the ColourPop Why Hello Powder Blush, just to add some little color to the apples of these cheeks. I didn't want something too strong, but I didn't want something too soft either. I wanted to have just a little bit of that peachy, pinky kind of color. So now it's time for some bronzer. I already contoured a little bit using the Anastasia Shadow Stick Contour, I believe that's the name of it. I use that one under my base makeup. So for bronzer, I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty Sunstalker Shady Biz bronzer right here. Just kind of warm up these cheeks as well. So I'm just kind of taking that over top of what I already did for contour. You know, just add that little bit of that, that depth, that chiseled cheek action that I am desperately needing because my face is so damn round. Now I just sprayed my face with some Fix Plus from MAC, obviously, because it is such a good setting spray. And now it's time to go in with some highlight before my skin completely dries. I'm going to go back in with the Brain Freeze Skin Frost highlighting palette right here in the shade Cocky, which of course is like a steeper orangey kind of shade. Oh, that's actually so cute. It's different and cute. I'm actually probably going to mix this in with a little bit of Jawbreaker. That way it's not nearly as like orangey. Because I can kind of see that little bit of cast coming on. So I'm going to mix the two. Oh yeah. Mixing the two. That looks so pretty. I'm just going to go in with a touch of Diamond Wet because I'm obsessed with this highlighter. Oh my god. It is like every glitter glistening lover's fantasy. It makes every single highlighter just that more intense. Like, it is that bitch. Now, last step before we finish off this intense look, it's time to go in with the Velour Liquid Lipstick. I'm going to go in with the Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lipstick in this shade Fully Nude. This is one of the colors that came in this collection, of course. I'm just going to kind of pop this nude, kind of like peachy, like it's almost like a peachy creamsicle kind of color. I'm just going to pop this bad bitch on and see how it's going to look with this look. Here you have it, guys. This is the third and final look using this Jeffree Star Jawbreaker Summer Collection. Of course, every piece that I picked up personally, because of course I used my own coin on it, so I did not get the entire collection, but I did get everything that I've always loved and always wanted from Jeffree Star and from this collection. So I'm loving the way that my look came out. My chin's looking a little dark because of that one shape, that's about it. The lip color is really pretty. The glowing skin is, of course, amazing. Of course, out of all three looks, this is definitely the more simple look that I did. And of course, kind of the easiest to follow as well. So, really quick, before I go, I'm going to give you guys my final thoughts on these products very quickly, hopefully, that I can do that, and just tell you guys what I recommend from this collection. So, Diamond Wet Supreme Frost, get it in your life. I don't care who you are, I don't care what skin tone you are, because I feel like this will be very universally flattering. I am truly obsessed with it. It is like one of the most gorgeous highlighters I've ever seen. I'm definitely going to need to be getting a backup of this. But now, the Brain Freeze highlighting palette. This one, of course, retails for $40. That one retails for $34. This one, I definitely really like it. This one was a little bit darker than I thought it was going to be. These two colors are definitely more like up my alley for my skin tone. I'm definitely excited about trying the frozen fruit as well. But this palette is actually so universally flattering, and I feel like you can use it on anybody. I feel like it works with everybody. I feel like it's just a really nice highlighting palette. Now, really quick, since I have them in my lap, I'm going to talk about the liquid lipsticks. I really liked the liquid lipsticks. The only two colors I had any issue with would have to be No Offense and Purple Urkel, because they definitely were not on the sheer side, but since they are like more abnormal colors, you definitely have to pack them on more than one layer to get that really bam intensity from them. But every other color, even those colors, are still very nice and comfortable on the lip. So now it is time for the Mini Breaker and the Jawbreaker palette. So of course the Mini Breaker retails for $28. This one is just such a cute palette. It definitely is very travel friendly if you're loving bold colors, of course, like me. But of course I did this entire look except for one shadow with this palette, and I really am loving it, because of course his formula is always the best. Always recommend them anyways, so doesn't matter who you are, you need to pick this one up because it is such a cute little mini palette. But then it goes hand in hand very nicely with the massive Mama Jawbreaker palette right here, which of course has 24 shades, his largest palette ever, and his smallest palette ever, of course. This one retails for $58. I definitely recommend this palette because there's so many amazing colors in here. There is neutrals, some neutrals, bright in your face colors, pastel colors, bold colors, deeper colors, everything like that. You really can create an array of rainbow colors with this palette, and that's pretty much what I did. I did as many colors as I possibly could from this palette to do all three of my looks, and I really am obsessed with it. The formulation is classic Jeffree. It is amazing. It is pigmented. My favorite shades would definitely have to be Cotton Candy, Soaked, Lemon Drop, Fuck. Wow is really beautiful as well, and then Delicious as well, which is a really pigmented deep blue. I'm obsessed with the color Story in here. All of these palettes are just amazing. You know me, I am very unbiased. I will give you guys my honest opinion about everything, but this collection was just so amazing, and I highly recommend them because Jeffree Star makes some amazing damn products, and I will say that right now because everything that I've had from him have been amazing. Make sure you thumbs it up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the very near future. Love you. Bye.